Welcome to day 13 of our study through the Bible in community here on YouTube series. We're going to be going through yesterday's assignment in Genesis 10. And if you want to go back to day 1, you can click on the cards or the description down below. And there will be a link for the playlist study through the Bible. Welcome. This is People of the Free Gift, where we ground believers in their identity in Christ and equip them to reach those caught in religion. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future studies through the Bible here in community on YouTube. And we have lots of other great content as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. Our assignment yesterday was read Genesis 10 and note the sons of Japheth, Ham, and Shem. Watch the repetition of the phrase according to, which in some translations is after, identified, or by, and see what you observe and know what happens in Genesis 10:25. And so on my screen, I feel a little bit like a weatherman, but this is to help you understand exactly what it is you're reading in what some would say was like chloroform and print, right? When you get into the genealogies and it's describing this is where this person went and this is where that person went, it's great bedtime reading because it'll conk you out real fast if you don't have something like this in front of you to be able to sort it out. But what you need to understand is that this is Genesis 10 is really like after Genesis 11 because it's the events in Genesis 11 and tomorrow's assignment at the Tower of Babel that cause this division that you see right here in front of you. The second thing you need to understand is that this is the way, this is called the Table of Nations, and these names are the way that you can identify who's who in the Bible. So this is a more important chapter than you would think just on surface and first glance. And so in my notes, I have Japheth in blue, Ham in green, Shem in red, and then the phrase according to, which in my translation was after, and in orange, and then Genesis 25 in 10:25 in purple. And so that's just a way that you can kind of use as a key. So let's go ahead and go in. These are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were the sons born after the flood. So the sons of Japheth are Gomer and Magog. And I'm just going to point up here, okay? Gomer and Magog. You might notice those is like, like in the area of like Russia. Just saying. And so you got Madai, okay? And so I don't see Madai on here. I don't know where. Okay, there. Yeah, Madai is right there. Okay. And then you got Javan and Tubal. Okay, Tubal, Javan is over here. Okay. And Meshech and Tiras. Okay, so Tiras is right there. And you got, Meshech. Oh, up there. Okay, right there. Meshech and Tiras, okay? And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah, okay? Sons of Javan, Elishah, Tiras, okay? So let's just cover the main players in the party here, okay? But these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families, and in their nations. And so then you got the sons of Ham, and so you got Cush. And so, let's see, Cush down here, okay? Mizraim, that's Egypt, by the way, in Bible language, in Babel language, I guess you could say. And then you got Phut and Canaan, okay? So Canaan, right? It's hard to manage this when you have a green screen. Anyway, it's like reverse. The weathermen are more talented than I think, okay? There we go. And the sons of Cush, and it goes into his descendants, and Cush begat Nimrod. That's important. Nimrod is a bad dude. He kind of started the first Babylon, and he's kind of seen by some as like a type of the Antichrist that's going to come. And so he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it was said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Okay, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, which is short for Babylon, okay? And so you got in the land of Shinar, which that's going to be important because that's where a dude named Abram is going to come from. Out of that land went forth Asher and builded Nineveh, which becomes the capital of Assyria later on. And Mizraim, sons of Mizraim. And Canaan, of course, that's the Canaanites. And so this helps you to, and the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you corner to Gerar and to Gaza, which Gaza is still around today, may sound a bell, as you go into Sodom and Gomorrah, which of course Sodom and Gomorrah kind of play prominent in a few chapters here on out. And so the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, and their countries, and their nations, and unto Shem, also the father of the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even unto him the children born. The children of Shem were, and of course Shem is the son of promise. He's in the Messianic line after Noah. And so Shem, you've got Elam, and so Elam is back here, okay, Elam, and you've got Asher, okay, and you've got Arphaxad, and you've got Lud, and whoa, Lud's way over here, okay, and you got Aram, okay, and so Aram is, where's Aram's right there, okay. And, okay, and he gives all of his children, and unto Eber were born 2 sons, and the name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. So there's a reference point, that's Genesis 10:25. What we were talking about, his brother's name was Joktan. So in his days the earth was divided. And that's where you got all these divisions. Okay. Now, some would say that is that an allusion to the whole Pangea thing? I don't think so. I think it's the context of the separation of the nations and in context with Babel. And so then these are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues, and their lands, and their nations. And these are the families of the sons of Noah after the generations and the nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. Again, a case for the global flood and Noah's family being the only one that survived, because from his descendants every single nation is formed and separated into after the events at Babel. Okay, and it's the line of Shem that you need to follow because they're all, right in here, which you might recognize this land as Israel. So, if you have any comments, insights that I didn't cover, questions that I didn't cover, put them in the comments down below. I'll be choosing some of the questions for the weekly Q&A at the end of the week. And I love to hear what you guys find in your study of scriptures as well. And so tomorrow's assignment, day 14, read Genesis 11, mark the word language, and list all you learned from marking this word. Also mark the word Babel in this chapter, and in Genesis 10:10 and list what you learn. And so if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and make sure you don't miss any future content study through the Bible assignments. And give us a thumbs up on this video if you like the content for today. And be sure to share this video with others in your life who want to study the Bible, but up until this point they've been unsuccessful. Help to give them the tools that they need and the answers to the questions, and help them to do it in community here on YouTube. And so until next time, may God's grace be with you.